This is lesson 10, which is on something called symbolism. Let's start by talking about zombies. Have you ever wondered why there's so many movies and TV shows about zombies? We all know that zombies represent the undead. What do zombies actually mean? Why do we have them? And people have a lot of theories about zombies and what they represent. And some people think that it represents xenophobia, the fact that we have fear of other people invading us. Some people think it's a metaphor or a symbol for capitalism, for runaway consumerism. And really, this is why zombies exist. They only exist to represent this larger idea or concept in the culture. And this is really the theory behind symbolism. So in this lesson, we're going to look at what symbolism is and how symbols are used to persuade an audience. So first of all, what is symbolism? Symbolism, very simply, is using things or people or colors to represent big ideas or concepts. So for example, a river can symbolize change, right? We have this movement of water. Birds can symbolize freedom, right? They're not constrained in any way. They can go wherever they like, so they symbolize freedom. Black as a color symbolizes death, popularly, and the bald eagle or Uncle Sam symbolizes America. How do we understand symbols then when we come across them? And really, we want to look for things that are repeated or given special emphasis or focus in a text. And then you want to think to yourself, well, what qualities do you associate with that object or that person or that color? And then what big idea do those qualities suggest? So sometimes in a text, a road is just a road. But sometimes it's more than that. So, for example, there's a very famous poem by Robert Frost called The Road Not Taken. And in this poem, you have this road that actually splits into two roads. Two roads diverged or split in a yellow wood. And then we think, well, this road is not a road anymore. This road is symbolizing something. And this road is symbolizing, or these two roads symbolize the choice or the decision that the person in the poem has to take. Roses, very common symbol. Let's look at this Taylor Swift song, Back to December. You gave me roses and I left them there to die. Sometimes we think roses just symbolize love or beauty, but there's another side to roses as well, which I think is what Taylor Swift is talking about here. Roses have thorns on them, thorns that can prick you. So roses also symbolize maybe the bad side of relationships. Let's think about how symbols are used to persuade an audience. You have symbols used a lot in literature, and they're also used in rhetoric as well. So symbols, as we said, they introduce this bigger idea or concept, and in so doing, they can provide a greater emotional resonance to what's being talked about. It can emphasize a key idea or theme, a little bit like repetition does, or it can provide a meaning behind the obvious that kind of elevates the whole speech in general. So let's look at this example from Lil Wayne. This is his song Mirror. Mirror on the wall, here we are again, through my rise and fall. You've been my only friend. You told me that they can understand the man I am. So why are we here talking to each other again? And here this mirror symbolizes loneliness, this loneliness that this person feels. And this gives the song a greater emotional depth, greater emotional resonance, really plays on the pathos of the song. This is a song by Drake, Duppy Freestyle. I had a microphone of yours, but then the signature faded. I think that pretty much resembles what's been happening lately. Please believe your demise will be televised. Yeah. So this song is talking about a rival, Pusha T, of Drake in the song, and the microphone with the signature faded symbolizes how this rival of his, this other musician, is not so famous anymore, and like Drake has kind of taken over his limelight. You know, the microphone, he had this microphone of this guy, but the signature is kind of like faded from it. It resembles what's been happening lately, or it symbolizes that this person is not so famous anymore, and that Drake is kind of like taking his place. So it gives this appeal a greater strength, if you like.